from your home, not from the parking lot. Did any of you walk to church? Not really. You came by car, or you came in a... You came in a car. I think most of us here came in our cars, right? And I was thinking, because it has something to do with what I'm going to talk about later, that if we look around Belgium, you know, you see lots of little churches. Every village has a church. You know, you drive around, I'm sure you've seen, there's a lot of little churches here. And you know why? That's because in the old days, everybody walked to church. There were no cars, there were no trains, there were no buses. And you had to walk from close by where you live. That's all changed now. I made a little map last night of how I would walk from where I live to here. I live in Leuven, and it's 30 kilometers from here. It's on the other side of Brussels. If I walked to this church, it would take me 7 hours. I would have had to start yesterday to get here, spend the night here in order to be with you this morning. We're pretty lucky that we don't have to do that. But there are other reasons people walk to church sometime. Hey, you're being very good being quiet. Hey, I hope you're listening and not sleeping. There are other reasons sometimes people walk to a church. Sometimes there's a special church somewhere where somebody really important, a saint, is buried. Okay? Or where a miracle happened. You know, something like Harry Potter back in biblical times. And people said, wow, we want to come to see where that was, and maybe some miracle happened for us. There are a lot of places here in Europe and in this part of the world where there are churches like that. And people sometimes go on a walk to walk there. My wife and I, Carolyn, we made a walk like that years ago, 8 years ago, before any of you were born. And you know how long it took us? 40 days. We walked for 40 days. Wow, isn't that something? Now, do you think I wore the clothes I've got on here? Do you think I wore these clothes to walk for 40 days? Anybody? You think so? No. After a couple of days, this is cotton. It would really smell. These are cotton. They would be really dirty. And we had to wash our clothes by hand, just like your great-great-grandparents did. And everything we carried, we had to carry on our backs. Can you believe that? Now, this is not a little backpack like your older sisters and brothers use when they go to school, right? This is a real man's backpack. I was not necessarily still a real man, but I walked 40 days with this thing on my back. Can you believe that? Think your daddies could do that? So what do you think I took in here? Yeah, you're gonna get it. You can talk now. It's okay. Clothes, good idea. I took some clothes. What else?
Drink.
What?
Drink.
A drink? I actually didn't take a drink, right? When I was there, we did take a drink every morning. We didn't.
A book.
A what?
A book. A book.
A book. Yeah, I took a book too. Hey, some socks. They're almost worn out by now.
Trousers.
Trousers. They call this in England. They call this technical clothes. It's completely synthetic, not a natural fiber in it. You can wash it every night, every afternoon. A shirt. You can wash this 3-4 hours. Hang it up with clothespins. We took our own clothespins too. Dries off. You can wear it the next day. A fleece. It gets cold sometimes, especially sleeping at night with this over it. Also, 100% synthetic. These shoes, these aren't bad shoes, but if you're going to do a man's job, you need man's shoes. Why don't you open that up? What do you got? See what's inside here. Why? What's here? Wow. I didn't carry those much. I wore them on my feet. But when I got there, I took them off and I had another little pair of shoes that I wore when I rested. Now, got a couple other things. A Michelin Guide of Spain, 2003. Do you think I took that along? copied a couple things out of it. But this weighs a lot. And if you're going to walk for 40 days, you don't want to carry anything unessential. Got a map here of Spain, too. Great map. We walked across, we walked all the way across Spain from, I'm looking upside down, from the Pyrenees here, all the way across to here, to the town of Santiago. All the way across. But I don't need this map to do it. I made a copy of this, and then we had individual little maps that showed our daily route. You don't want to take, on a walk like that, you don't want to take anything that's unnecessary, that's just going to add weight to your journey, okay? Now, you asked about a book. I did take a book. Not that book, but I did take a book. Somewhere here, I've got a book. Oh, what else there? Oh, what is this?
Sleeping bag.
A sleeping bag. That is a really light sleeping bag, and that's one of the few things that is 100% natural inside. That is down, that is duck, what do we call it? Duck hairs. And that's one of the best ways to keep warm at night. Oh, and there's some, oh, yeah, I got something else here. What do I got here? I got a softball. Oh my gosh. Well, it's actually called a softball, but it's like a baseball. And this is a glove that I used when I was in high school. Do you think I took these? No, you don't need them. That's about the last thing you need when you're walking on a pilgrimage. No. But if somebody said a drink, there would be pumps and water. You could always get some water. And if you wanted to, you could heat this on a little stove someplace and make yourself a cup of hot chocolate or instant coffee, something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of other things I took that I'm not showing you because I don't have time. Oh, but these last things have not with just what I needed, but more to do with who I am. Now, this, you know what this is?
Yes.
A shell, good. And you know what kind of shell?
A rabbit shell.
A sea one.
A rabbit shell.
A what kind?
A rabbit shell.
Rabbit? Is that what you said, rabbit? No. It's actually,
Clam.
no, it's like a clam. In English, we call it a scallop.
Oh.
A scallop. But the more important word is in French. It's called a coquille Saint-Jacques. Saint-Jacques. Jacques is the French name for James, Saint James, coquille Saint-Jacques. That's the shell of Saint James.
And in Netherlands called
Your
a
coat.
scallop.
Hmm?
And in Netherlands is scallop.
It's a scallop.
Scallop.
A scallop. Yeah,
In Netherlands.
yeah, Nederlands. Yeah, it's a scallop. Yeah. And that is from the scallop on St. Jacob. Yeah. And if you go on a very special walk, you attach this to your backpack. I'm not kidding you. You attach it right on here. It's not, I got a little hole in it. You attach it on here. And then everybody you pass knows that you're just not going on a Sunday hike. You are doing a pilgrimage to the tomb of St. James, Santiago, Saint Jacques. Now, you're sometimes going to need something to identify who you are. And this is a little book called My Credential. And in it, it's got my name and everything. If I want to sleep in one of these dormitories, I have to have this book. And every place we go, we get a stamp. Sort of like on your report cards, you see? It said all the places that we visited and slept in on this until we finally got to the end, to the Cathedral of Santiago, St. James, in Spain. So we needed that. One other thing says a little bit about who I am.
That's a really little.
That's a real little mini Bible. It doesn't have everything in it. It's got the New Testament. It's got some pictures. That Bible belonged to my mother. And it was given to her almost 100 years ago in 1914 when she became a member of the church. I took this to remind me of who I belong to. I belong to my mother, my parents, but also that I belong to God. And I think when you travel, these are things that you need to remember. You need to take the right things. Maybe you're going to go on another trip where your parents are going to pack some clothes for you. You know, you don't want to take a bunch of useless things along, right? You're going to take the things you really need, but you need to bring some reminders of who you are. You're going to need your passport, but maybe you have a little card with a prayer on it or a picture of Jesus, because that says that you're part of Jesus and Jesus is part of you. You get that? Hey, you've been very good. Rough. We didn't use up all that much time. And now you can ask any questions. You guys want to do a walk like that someday? When you get... No. You'd rather play softball, right?
I'm fine with the 4-day walk.
A 4-day? You did a 4-day, or you'd like to do?
No, I wanted to.
There's some nice 4-day walks. There's one in the Netherlands that's a good one, but it's really tough to do. In Nijmegen, it's a tough walk. But there are walks around here in Belgium when you get a little older, if you're still here, that they do walk the ring around the Flanders here. Okay, let's just say a prayer and then you can go to... Yes. Father, stay close with us. Take care of us on our way.